Welcome back to Taking Care of Business. So I talked last time about the difference between practice and rehearsal. So let's just say you took that to heart, you've got yourself a handful of songs, and you got your band together, and everybody knows their parts, and you've got a bit of a show together. So what now? What should you do? Well, conventional wisdom would be, I'm going to go put together all the press kit and all that stuff, and I'm going to book a gig at a club, or I'm going to book a gig at a bar, or whatever the case may be. Um, I don't think you should do that. I think your first gig should be fairly safe. I think you need to throw a house party, throw a house concert. I think it needs to be either at your place or somebody in the band or your grandma's house or whatever. But I think your first gig should be somewhere where you feel fairly comfortable. Because number one, I don't care who you are. The first time you go out and play together, there's gonna be mistakes. You're gonna be nervous. Things are gonna go wrong. There's gonna be probably PA issues. Someone's gonna break a string. The drummer is undoubtedly gonna drop a stick. Yeah, I mean, that's just a given. The singer, I guarantee you, is gonna forget words to the songs. It happens. The first time you play, you're gonna mess up. I don't know of anybody that's ever had a flawless first gig. So my advice is don't do that in a club. Don't go out and, put yourself on a bill with, a ton of other bands that have been playing for a while, or God forbid, a national touring act, and you go out and you basically stumble through your set because the nerves are going to get you. Now, I did this. I put together a band back in the 90s, and it was kind of like a 90s rock ska thing. And, we hadn't really played anywhere, and we booked a gig opening for No Doubt. And it was a small club. And of course, this is before Tragic Kingdom, so they weren't big yet, but they were an underground hit. They had a pretty massive following in Southern California. And my thinking was, what a great way to get started. I'm going to get all these new fans. I'm going to tag team and try and steal fans from them, or at least make their fans our fans as well. And it was an absolute mistake because we were 100% not ready. Now in rehearsal, we had it down, but the nerves kick in when you're live. And of course, we probably weren't as bad as we thought, but it definitely was not one of those shows that you want to record, that you want to have for posterity. And it definitely wasn't the kind of show that you want a booker or a headliner to see. You really don't want to have that opportunity squashed. Because when you go play with someone like that, when you play with another band, you have the opportunity that they're going to like you and want to do more shows with you. And if they're a touring act, boom, you just got a bunch of really nice shows out of it. Or if the club is cool, they're going to want to have you back. So keep it safe. Find somewhere that's a backyard party or play in a living room. Keep it real simple. Make sure that you surround yourself with people that are going to be supportive, because nothing brings a band together than that kind of a success right out the top. Bands are hard. Being in the business is hard, and it's really easy to lose that momentum. And all it takes is a couple of shaky gigs and a couple of places that won't book you anymore, and people get disheartened and they give up and your band breaks up. So if it's something that you care about, go slow. Get one or two of those kind of house party gigs. Do some spots that are sort of low risk. Because if you do that, you'll also get people to see your band, and then they might actually show up to the bigger gigs at the clubs or the bars or whatever. Because that's ultimately what bookers are going to ask you. How many people can you bring? You can't get an audience if they haven't heard you play. People aren't going to just come see you on faith. They need to hear it. They need to see it. And if they can say, I saw them at that party, they were pretty cool, I want to see them on a bigger stage, you're more likely to get them to come out. So again, moral of the story, book somewhere safe, do a backyard party, do a living room, whatever you got to do. Even if it's just an acoustic gig, do something like that before you jump into the club scene. That stuff will happen. Learn to crawl before you learn to fly. And that's my advice for today, and that's taking care of business.